Hello, friends. Today, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of programming. Imagine you have a super smart friend, and you want them to do something for you, like make a sandwich. Now, this friend only understands a special language, not English, so you have to give them super clear and step-by-step instructions in that special language. That's kind of what programming is, talking to computers in a language they understand. Don't worry, we'll take it slow and make sure everyone gets it. Meaning of programming. All right, let's break it down. Programming is like being a chef in a magical kitchen. You want the computer, your kitchen helper, to make something delicious. But here's the thing. The computer only understands a unique set of instructions, like a secret recipe. So, you write these instructions using a special language, called code, to tell the computer what to do. For example, if you want the computer to say hello, you'd write something like print hello in the code. It's like a magic spell that makes the computer do your bidding. Who is a programmer? Now, who are the programmers? Well, they are like wizards in this magical kitchen. Anyone can become a wizard with practice. You don't need a special cape or hat. Programmers are problem solvers. They figure out how to tell the computer to do tricky things, like creating games, making websites, or even sending a spaceship to space. They are the architects of the digital world, designing and building amazing things with their magical coding spells. What does a programmer do? Let's talk more about what these wizards, or programmers, do every day. Imagine you want to create a game, like a super cool one where you're a hero saving the day. The programmer starts by imagining how the game should look and work. Then, they use their coding magic to make it happen. They write instructions for the computer like, when the player presses this button, make the hero jump. It's a bit like being the director of a movie, deciding how each scene should play out, but instead of actors, you have a computer following your script. How does programmers instruct the computer? Now, how do these wizards, the programmers, talk to the computer? Imagine you want to teach your friend to dance, but they only understand dance moves, not regular talking. So, you show them the dance steps. Similarly, programmers use a special language, code, to show the computer what to do. If you want the computer to count to 10, you'd write something like, for I in range 1, 11, print I. It's like giving the computer a dance routine, and it follows each step exactly as you've written. Tools, IDEs. Programmers use. Now let's talk about the tools these wizards use. Imagine you're drawing a fantastic picture, and you have your sketchbook, pencils, and erasers. For programmers, their tools are like a magical workshop, and it's called an IDE, Integrated Development Environment. This workshop has everything they need, a place to write code, tools to fix mistakes, and a space to test their creations. It's like a one-stop shop for all their magical coding needs, making the process of creating spells, code, much easier. What is an IDE? Let's go a bit deeper into this magical workshop, the IDE. Imagine you're building a Lego castle. The IDE is like your Lego table with all the pieces neatly organized. It has a code editor where you put together your Lego bricks, or lines of code, a debugger to find and fix any misbehaving bricks, and a testing area to make sure your castle stands strong. The IDE makes coding feel like playing with Lego, fun and organized. Different types of IDEs. Now, just like different wizards have different wands for different spells, programmers have different IDEs for different jobs. If you're crafting a website spell, you might use Visual Studio Code. If you're weaving a Java enchantment, Eclipse could be your go-to wand, IDE. Each IDE is like a special wand that helps the programmer cast their coding spells for specific tasks. What different types of IDEs are used for? Imagine you're a chef in a magical kitchen. Depending on whether you're making a cake, pizza, or salad, you'd choose different tools. Similarly, programmers pick their IDE based on the magical dish, project, they're working on. If they're brewing a potion, developing a mobile app, they might choose Android Studio. for crafting a spell book, writing code. They could opt for Visual Studio for Python spells. Each IDE is like a magical toolkit for a specific magical task. How was code done during the first time of programming? Let's step into the time when programming was just getting started. Imagine you're telling a bedtime story to a friend who only understands a made-up language. In the early days, programmers spoke a language very close to what the computer itself understood directly. It's like telling the computer a story using its own secret bedtime language. But over time, as more wizards joined the magical coding world, they realized they needed a common language to share their spells. And that's where coding languages, like Python and Java, became the new magical tongues. Conclusion. Congratulations. You've journeyed through the magical realm of programming. Whether you're a budding wizard or just curious about the magic behind the screen, remember that learning to code is like discovering your own set of magical spells. Practice, patience, and a sprinkle of curiosity will make you a coding sorcerer in no time. Happy coding, and may your spells, code, bring enchantment to the digital world.